Now, all of a sudden, out of all of the depositions, out of everything that's been stated, now all of a sudden, yesterday, did she now suggest for you to sit on his lap and rub his head? Absolutely not.
Hello, you guys, and welcome to the channel. If you're new, don't be.
I'm Whitney. Keep it cute or get the boot.
What up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. If you're new, don't be. Go ahead and click that subscribe button to be a part of the Witness gang, to join the Witness Nation. Now, let's get into this, shall we? All right, you guys, welcome back. Whitney's not back. I'm not back, child. Yeah, can't y'all hear the congestion? Me talking out my nose, I sound real butch right now, right? All right. I'm coming to y'all because, child, I don't want to say I told you so, but I told you so. And what I mean by that is that news has hit the fan in regards to these allegations that came across, I'm about to say the pulpit, came across the stand in court. Now, if you guys aren't familiar, let me get you guys abreast, okay? All right, the R. Kelly versus the People trial in Illinois has started, and it started on Monday with the jury selections on up to hearing from psychologists, officers, and the first alleged victim, which is Roshona Landfair. She goes by the son of them as Jane, okay? But we know the story in regards to it, and so we know who they're talking about, okay? In her testimony, she states a couple of things. First and foremost, she confirms the fact of the matter that was her from the PP video back in the day. All right, and she doubles down on her story. Not only that, she confirms her identity in several ways. Okay, one being the freaking necklace that she had on from the video she still had, and she turned it into authorities. Okay, two, she also turns in her passport with the necklace on at the age she was in the video. Child confirms her identity being in the video. And get this, okay, get this. Now, this is in the transcripts, y'all. If you guys aren't aware, we are reading it here on WhitneyD TV. We're actually about to, on tonight, start the transcript reading of Roshona. So tune in. She, is what we're hearing to be very clean cut and clear about her, her experience, okay? And with all that being said and done, what came across in her testimony really gave me an aha moment. So this is the reason what brought you guys here on today, and I ask that you guys come with me on this journey, okay? And that journey is Sparkle being the new Alice Clary. Let's go. All right, you guys, I had the pleasure of listening to the transcript reading, and like I said, Roshona Landfair's testimony on at Miss Love Zone. Okay, so if you guys want to be able to hear the transcript, like I said, I'm going to be reading them, but it's going to be at my pace, child. Okay, it's going to be at my pace. But they are a little ahead of us over here, but not for nothing. I was listening in, right? Wee hours of the night, okay? However, I was listening in and it came across the testimony, and as you guys heard in the news, that Sparkle was supposed to be depicted in a certain light on the stand, saying much so in the roundabout. And if I find the clip, I'll put it somewhere in here. You think Sparkle was pushing Kelly on you? Use you as bait with Kelly, Bonjean said. And Jane affirmed. Yikes. But basically saying on the stand by Roshona that Sparkle encouraged her relationship with R. Kelly. One, that we already know. And the thing about memory of people have a short memory, but y'all know me, I keep all the receipts. We already knew that Sparkle had regrets of pushing that relationship together.
I was the first person who spoke up and out against him, and did it alone.
Sparkle says she initially wanted Kelly to help her niece become a rap artist.
I didn't just throw my niece to the wolves. I introduced my entire family to Robert, not just my niece. My sister and my brother-in-law brought her down to the studio.
You talk about in the docuseries feeling guilty to the point where you choked up and you cried.
I should have never introduced my family to him.
Why do you still blame yourself?
I just feel partially responsible for the introduction.
Sparkle was a key prosecution witness at Kelly's trial for child pornography, but her niece, her sister, and her brother-in-law, who had become Kelly's guitarist, refused to testify.
Two, in regards to everything, we also know that she was the person that told, okay? So, with all that being said, it came across the pulpit that she allegedly told Roshana to sit on the lap of R. Kelly, basically entice him, okay? Sit on the lap of R. Kelly, rub his head, and ask him to be goddaddy. And so, hearing that information, I got my spidey senses start tingling, and I was like, where did I hear that before? Yes, Miss Alice. Let's go back. How many of you guys remember this? Defendant who believed Jane to be 18 years old. Be prepared to sing 3 songs, he said. He will meet you and listen to your song. Please have your... I don't know if y'all caught that, but I'm going to read it again. Be prepared to sing 3 songs, he said. He will meet you and listen to your song. Please have your glasses off, hair to side. Mama knows best, pretty hurts, and third, your choice. Don't yell. Put on a show. Dance. Grab his hand. Shimmy. Wiggle. Sit on his lap. Entice him. While singing, it's all about performance. This your chance and opportunity. Don't blow it. Jane's mother even told Jane not to look grown. Mind you, I already broke down these alleged text messages, right? That we actually see bits and pieces of. This is exactly what it is. That's why you see the dots in between. That's kind of like a building of collaboratory information, okay? But I don't know if y'all caught that. Read it back. Be prepared to sing 3 songs, he said. He will meet you and listen to your song. What stood out to me is the similarities in information given, similarities in behavior. See, you got to take into consideration the criminal mind of one, all right? The criminal mind of R. Kelly is that, I've said this before, it's pattern, it's repetition, okay? He has singed into his mental capacity, and mind you, I was a psychology major, all right? Okay, UNT, Paul Quinn College, how you doing? And so with that, I studied the mind. And my major was going to be forensic psychology, but I concur. I digress. That's a little bit too much detail. I say all that to say because I look at the mind of an individual different. And that's what's been getting a lot of you people butthurt when it comes to Whitney DTV. And on the contrary, I don't give a damn, okay? However, I say all that to say is because I keep the same energy. So I'm going to keep the same energy in this instance. R. Kelly has been doing the same thing since the history of time. No story has been just drastically different. Experiences, yes, but same kind of pattern of things. Mind you, we heard from the Dr. Turner, if I'm not mistaken, the psychologist that you guys say is a quack, but has all these credentials, right? Not for nothing. You hear in it the grooming process. You hear how in this grooming process is a term called grooming the environment, which consists of parents, any teachers, or anything that is around that can ring the alarm and say, hold on, pause, wait a minute, it's a 22, okay? And so I say all that to say that this whole testimony stantation that has came about sounds awfully daggone familiar. Does it not sound familiar to y'all? Let me bring you in as to where this is coming from. Sounds awfully familiar to me when Azriel Clary took the stand and stated that her parents not only abused her, beat her for one. We didn't even really hear the text messages on trial, right? We didn't hear it until after the appeal process, after appeal. And maybe this is why. And I tried to tell you guys this, okay? I just look like this, all right? But I'm very intelligent, and I remember very well, and I keep a lot of receipts, all right? And I don't throw them out until necessary. But to be honest with you, like my saying goes over here, common sense ain't common. That's all I've been using. Anywho, so this is the reason why I just sit back and I allow things to transpire. I do not put my emotions into any of this. If I did, for those in the background that think I'm so biased and so bought, this is the reason why I sat back, because I'm like, yo, like, can't y'all see past the bull?
Because everything that she's saying is true. Our parents are basically out here just to get money. And
your parents, you're saying the same as saying?
Well, both of our parents are basically out here and trying to get money and scam because they didn't agree on what happened, you know, with music or wherever it could be. And they're just very upset.
This is the first I'm hearing, to be honest with you.
They started to send threats to both me and him. They said, oh, I'll put all your naked pictures all over the world. I'm going to ruin you. I'm going to ruin him. If he doesn't send $20,000 to this bank account by Monday, I'm going to put everything out there and then $10,000 after that. You're trying to solicit me like I'm some hoe. I'm not. I'm your child. Exactly.
I'm crying because you guys don't know the truth. You guys are believing some facade that our parents are saying. This is all lies for money.
I felt invisible, and you know, I gave someone that control over me to basically make me do whatever it was that they wanted me to do and act however they wanted me to act. He came in and he told us to be angry and be upset, and she's gonna try to do this and you're gonna.
Oh, he told you that?
Yes, and so we came in angry.
So he told you be angry?
Yes, and I was scared because I was like, I don't want the world to see me this way.
Because your dad called me after and said, that is not my daughter. That is not who she is. That is not how she speaks. That is not what she believes. During the trial, you testified that you said, I was not honest in the interview that you did with us. Yeah. What were you not honest about?
Everything.
Everything?
Everything, yes. You know, before that interview, you know, he had us practicing every single day.
I tend to see past the bull, and I think that's why a lot of people don't like me, because it's like, dang, why did I miss that? Well, the reason why is because you're so emotionally connected, all right? For me to be so daggone biased and so bought and so used, I can see past the bullcorn, and I can see when people are being used. And not only that, y'all don't give me enough credit. All right, y'all don't give me enough credit. When have I lied to y'all? Okay, and I say all that to say because, again, I was on Atmos's channel and I saw something that was similar to something that I experienced. I saw the beautiful Javante, okay, come on into the chat. And at first I was skeptical, I'm not even gonna lie to you, if it was her. I was like, that ain't her. She seems like she's just, you know, it was. She got onto the screen, got onto the panel, all to say that Rashana was lying.
You guys have been following this situation, these said particular cases, since 2003. They didn't put Rashana on the stand until she was 21 years of age? Let's start there. Why did you wait until she was 21 years of age? Because you did not want the jury of his peers to see a child on the stand. So you waited until she was of age. Now, let's go into this testimony. We all have heard the original testimony when everybody said it wasn't her, but Sparkle. She has consistently said the same things for 25 years. Period. How do you go from the person who put the spotlight on this to now saying that they have perpetuated the acts? You got to know that this has got him all over it. It doesn't even make sense. Make it make sense. And if she's guilty of these things, then why didn't the government charge her? She would have been charged as well. Like, come on now. Make it make sense. None of it makes any kind of sense. Now, all of a sudden, out of all of the depositions, out of everything that's been stated, now all of a sudden, yesterday, did she now suggest for you to sit on his lap and rub his head? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. This young lady's morals and values have been her morals and values long before you all ever saw her, long before this ever happened with Rashana. She's always been the same individual. So now she's given up her career. She never took any money from anybody. What would be her reasoning for this? You guys are supposed to be in support of us. I don't care what somebody says. Do your homework before you decide that.
Yeah. Sounds kind of similar or familiar to Whitney D TV saying that Azriel was lying. But y'all, don't say that. You can't say that. How dare you? You victim shaming. No, I was being truthful. Because, see, I'm the type of friend, I'm going to tell you when you're right, but I'm damn sure going to tell you when you're wrong. I'm the type of individual that keeps the same energy. I'm the type of person that is going to look at and assess the whole situation, not just the one that's in favor, okay? And see, a lot of you supporters and people that are in this feel as though that you're going to sit back and you're going to allow a show to happen right before you and just, oh, no, I see it. Okay, and I see through the bullcorn. Does that negate all the truth that was put out there by Azriel? No. Just as well, it doesn't negate the truth that Rashana put out there. But this particular situation was not true. And I sat back and I said, ooh, Javante was livid. Why? Because she lives this. Okay? This is the reason why Whitney D TV keeps the same energy and I keep my place. I'm never going to take somebody's story away from them. I allow people to talk over here because it's their story. It's their truth. It's their experiences. But you can't sit up here and say that everybody that sits on the stand is 100% factual. Why? Makes no sense. But like I tell y'all, and I'm going to tell you again, it's the truths that you can prove. And the lies that can be debunked. All it takes is for Sparkle to take the stand. We don't know if that's going to happen. If you ask me, in lieu of looking over the New York trial, I don't think it's likely because the fact of the matter that I would think that anybody that needed the subpoena and anybody that was going to be on trial would be present. We already kind of heard that. We're going to hear from, I think it was like 2 to 3 other victims. And this is supposed to be wrapping up in the next couple of weeks. Not for nothing. Let me stay on task. Okay? Y'all have to understand the mastermind manipulation and mind elf that this man has been doing since the beginning of time. All right? We can go back to Tiffany, the alleged first victim that we are aware of. He already had in place attorneys to pay her off, to shush her, to make her think that she's looky kooky. You know what I'm saying? Then we see how in the freaking video, he pays the girl money to set up the scenario that she's a prostitute. Okay? Are y'all not understanding that and comprehending that? Okay? You know, back in the day, she lied. She lied about even being involved with this man, only to take the stand and flip and reverse it, right? Again, sounds familiar, don't it? Went on Gayle King, said this, went back on Gayle King and said another. But I'm wrong for pointing stuff like that out, right? I'm out of order for pointing stuff that's out there that you guys aren't paying attention to. Because I say, oh, well, she lied right there. Oh, don't say that, Whitney. Oh, no, we're going to talk about it. Oh, yes. Because a lot of you people are like, dum, 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 dum. Wow. Yeah, I tried to tell y'all. But I concur. Javante on the screen is livid and she's upset because she's like, y'all don't understand how master manipulative this man is. We heard on the stand that they basically just recently stopped communicating. We also hear on the stand through the doctor, this is normal. And I can tell y'all that it's normal. Hell, my abuser is a family member. And I still love him. I still, don't want nothing to happen to him. That's why nothing has. And all my other abusers along the way. I still have a bit of something in there for them to feel like, oh no, maybe this happened to them. Oh, I feel a certain way, kind of like how y'all feel. Well, he got abused. Yeah. Whew, child, I just feel like a lot of apologies should be had. But is it going to happen? No, because everybody still feels the way. But I wanted to come to you guys today just to kind of point out some areas maybe which you guys didn't pay attention to. Because I do. And this is the reason why Whitney sits back, keeps her mouth shut. And I don't just trample over people. And I don't just demand stuff out of people when these experiences are not my own. This is the reason why I sit back and I allow stuff to trickle down. Because I don't want to have egg on my face in lieu of the truth coming out. And if this doesn't make you look at the overall thesis and aesthetics of the New York trial for this trial, then I don't know what to tell you. In all of that, in regards to Sparkle, do I feel as though she said those things? Hell no. Do I feel like this was a master manipulation on the part of R. Kelly? Heck yes, because we've seen the pattern, okay? I'm not fixing to be alarmed by what the media wants to paint as so. When we know the facts. This, again, like I said with those text messages, is deflection, all right? The defense has nothing, and just as well as they had nothing in New York, they are grabbing stuff, grabbing at straws. What the heck does her getting told to sit on somebody's lap have to do with the actions that took place thereafter? Again, I'm keeping the same energy and I'm focusing on the man that it needs to be focused on. And that is R. Smelly. Did he push her behind up off of him? I want you to be. That would have been my action. Okay, get your butt up off of me. Don't sit on me, girl. No, I ain't gonna be your goddaddy. Go on, and that's something I need to hear from your parents. They work for you. So why would it don't even make sense for her to sit her big old 13, 14, 12, whatever, behind up on him and ask him anything? Godparent's position is given by the parents, not the child. Okay? So I just sat back and I said, dang, this sounds awfully familiar. Who else lap did he have to get on? I mean, what were they told to get on? Azriel. Yeah. And what boggles my mind, how would one's parents know to say to sit on someone's lap to entice them? Oh, yeah. Because he's used to that subjection. He's used to the girl sitting on his lap, right? Anywho, you guys can take with this what you want. I just wanted to shed some light on the recent allegations in regards to Sparkle. And now, look, another family, another life is ruined by way of R. Kelly. Sparkle comes out, to address the allegations.
Hey y'all, it's Sparkle. Have my phone here because I have notes that I want to make sure that I say everything that I want to say today. And forgive the bolting of the jets overhead. We have the air and water show here. I want to put a few things in context. I'm letting those who really know, support, and love me know that this is a family feud. Yesterday was a day I didn't think I'd ever see. Nevertheless, at this point, I'm pretty much prepared for anything. After I learned my niece was cooperating with the investigators, I prayed and I thanked God. Also, I did some thinking, as I often do, throughout this whole process. Asked myself, if I were them, what could be said that legitimately make this make sense and spare them from crazy? My answer is nothing. Knowing that there's no right answer to explain their ongoing actions and years of support for Robert once learning about that tape, the clear plan is to try to take me down because I've been so vocal. I knew that there was some anger and resentment because of my stance, which is why I'm like, okay, they're gonna handle it their way, and I'm going to handle it my way. And I was thinking, one day, my niece will be older and will have a real heart-to-heart conversation. And there's no expiration on this concept, but I'm very clear that day ain't close. I know us speaking privately and candidly, to her it looks like betrayal of her mother. But now being an adult, I was hoping she was closer to being more independent thinking at this point. Yesterday, my niece absolutely doing the will of her mom. This is another form of the terrible decision making of her mom. And in my opinion, the unfortunate continuing allegiance to Robert. As the youngest of the group, and all I've ever known was family and community. So I operated from that space from the beginning of my career by bringing them in to show them that it was not just about me, but about us getting this record deal that I was about to get. We were a gospel group just years prior, so me thinking about them for them was partly programmed in me, all I knew. Again, because Robert was given the opportunity to have his own imprint record label, I introduced my sister, my brother-in-law, and my niece to Robert at CRC Studios in '97 in hopes of landing my niece a career as an artist in this industry. Not a concert, as she testified. I didn't stop there. I asked Robert to check out my brother-in-law, who played the guitar, and other family members in hopes he'd assist them with their musical careers as well. I'm saying this again to say not all that you heard yesterday from my niece is true. I don't want to hinder this legal process, I don't, but to testify that I had my niece sit on Robert's lap and rub his head and have her ask him to be her godfather is an absolute fucking lie. You all cannot imagine the hurt that comes from pain caused by the people that you live and are willing to die for. Another lie. Robert and I were never in a romantic relationship. Never. To show you sabotage is a highly priority within them. If Robert and I were in a romantic relationship, you and your mom was cool allowing you to start a relationship with him? Again, no right answers for their actions. This journey of mine, I started with the greatest of intentions, and all I've gotten from it is hell. This is not how we were raised, and it has fucked up family names, relationships, and to death, allegedly. Enough is enough. I've endured being not believed before, so my niece's false statements don't bother me as much as her mindset and willingness to tell the lies. I'm certain it's from her mom. Certain. but she's now old enough to start bearing some level of responsibility of her actions. I love her more than life itself. So this is all I'm going to say regarding her and her mother, unless I have to.
And I am just saddened for her as well, like I was for the Clarys, because this is bogus. All right, this is bogus. But again, no one looks at the context. They just run with stuff. Did Rashonda say this on across the scan? She absolutely did. Is it factual? We don't know. It's just her perspective of something. But instead of us doing our due diligence to see, well, wait a minute, this sounds awfully familiar. But I concur. Tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you agree with me? Is this like an aha moment for you as it was for me? I'm just saying, child, it just. And like I said, what stood with me is the alarm that Javante sounded off on last night. And I was like, wow, sounds awfully familiar to myself. I was just like, you know what? I wonder if anybody else is looking at this and listening to this as I am. You know, but anyways, you guys, like I said, that is the video. Tell me what y'all think down in the comments below. Do you think, you know what, Whitney, thank you for pointing that out. Wow, I didn't think about that. Man, this makes me look at a lot of stuff differently. Or are you like, the hell with that? Sparkle needs to be in jail and along with the other parents. On the contrary, you guys, that's it for me. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. While you're there, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to the channel.
Did she now suggest for you to sit on his lap and rub his head? Absolutely not.